Welcome to Auburn, Alabama. A beautiful day for college football as the War Eagle cry reverberates across Jordan-Hare Stadium as their beloved Tigers are set to kick off another season. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Tigers ready to get this thing started and open the season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So Miami's will have some work to do after that short return. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on it.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield.
Brings it in down the left side.
Hold it, open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the grab on the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30+.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Right back to the well. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for the pass.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Grabbed over the middle. It's Madden. And he's knocked down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Auburn's offense will go to work for the first time. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To give on the inside. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Gets it out quickly. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense.
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Using the quick gain. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Canes in the hurry up. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Quarterback will audible. Got his man quickly. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Boy, oh boy, this defense is making the sledding rough down here deep in the red zone. That play's going backward.
They really are playing with a sense of urgency, aren't they, Liz? With their backs against the wall, you're seeing tremendous tonight.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Canes.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Fires to the big fella. Shakes off the tackle.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd down play from the gun. Working that left side now. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Short gain on the play before he slides. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his back in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. He'll throw on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On second down, he'll let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Dances away from the heat. At midfield, he's got room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football bomber out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Auburn sends out the punting unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
On second down, just keeps firing. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Got it in the middle. It's punt.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Quarterback never saw his guy early enough. He was open right away, but was just late getting him the ball. Receivers jumping up and down saying, yo, I'm here, throw it to me. But by that time, the defense had already figured out where he was. And because of the late throw, they were able to come up with the interception.
And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Comes out throwing on first down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end. Getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone. And my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Get it out on the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. On first down, here comes this offense. To the ground with the back. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the bridge. He's looking to throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
He turns that loose down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. That guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team? Quickly
complete. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll go to the ground. Makes a man miss. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that? Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That blitz from the defense completely wrecked the offense's chance there on 3rd and 1.
Great job by the defense. Good timing. Great job bringing extra bodies. Now, listen, you're thinking run on 3rd and 1, but you play pass if you need to. Great job adjusting, seeing that it was a pass play, getting to the QB, getting the sack, forcing a 4th down now.
Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to the Pandas. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down?
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy. But the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Got it behind the line. It's Blunt. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game time.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They go to the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And as they come to the line, they have the lead and they have the clock on their side. First and goal. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
The Hurricanes hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Off the play fake. Slips away. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Miami.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. They'll run the option. Quick toss. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David,